Over there yet?
Yes.
We are anywhere?
What
Scotland.
Scotland.
Hi guys, I'm out again. This time I'm with the Litte Wanderer and we're wild camping in Scotland, so it's legal, yes! You know what I mean? But this spot's about the best place we could find because everywhere else it's just that boggy. And even here, you can see when it rains heavy, they're going to be puddles. So this is probably right next to a path as well, like. But I've had a look over there, it's just swamp. It's horrible. So this is as good as it gets, Christopher. Are you happy with this spot? This is only the second time I've put his tent up. Can you remember how to do it? It would be like the blind leading the blind here because I haven't got a clue. I'm not used to tent camping. So, and we're gonna get rain, I can feel it there. You put it in the, there's little grommets, isn't there?
Yeah, that.
Little holes with, like grommets where you put the...
That.
Yeah, very good.
Yes.
You're getting clever, you are.
You know what that said?
Once you get the pegs in, it's probably best to stake out each corners because if you stake a corner, it's like having an extra pair of hands, it's not going to move, instead of holding it down.
Yes!
You're getting good at this.
And I thought I couldn't do it by myself.
You've got the inner bit to put in as well.
Oh.
We can go and see what the weight difference was. See how much room you got in here? No, I would say, when you haven't got the inner in, this is a spacious two-man tent. It's not really a spacious... I know it's a two-man tent, but it's a two-man tent at a push.
Yeah.
It's more of a spacious one-man tent, I would say. Actually, there's not that much weight difference between taking the inner out, and you've got the advantage of having the inner as protection against the bugs as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure of the weight, but I'll put the measurements on the screen and that. But it is an option if you do want to cut down on weight, even though you're only saving a couple hundred grams, probably not even that. Taking the inner out and just using the outer fly is an option. And I like options. Do you like options, Christopher?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to have meatballs tonight? Are you going to have spaghetti bolognese?
Spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah. Actually, we haven't brought any meatballs. Couple of soups, pot noodles. We're going to get a fire going. We're using that fire steel you got off Chris, aren't we? So what do you got to say?
Thanks.
And you're getting a stove off Barlow, haven't you? So, well, the hexamine blocks, but we don't want to use them. We want to get a little fire going first, just practice, and we'll get a little fire going, then we'll cook later.
Got it, got it, got it!
Yeah, good. Now put some sticks on.
Yeah.
Put the fire seal down. There's really small ones. See how quickly that went up. Quickly get a whole load of sticks, big pile of sticks there. Just grab a handful. Happy with that then?
Yeah. That is good, that.
See how birch bark, once it lights, how quickly it goes up because of all the oils.
Why is that bit, it started off black and now it's silver a bit?
It's just the coating that's on there. The coating's got to come off out of work anyway.
Wow.
It's an excellent fire starter that, hey, Chris. I got one the same, thank you, they're really good. The sparks it throws are amazing.
Yeah.
Handcrafted. Brilliant that, like.
Amazing. Yeah.
So this is our little setup for the night. Have a quick look around, show people. And I'm in the bivvy, the same as usual, under the tarp. Just a silk tarp one. Forecast for rain, but if it gets too blustery I can always drop that A-frame to lower it down, so I'm not going to get wet. There's Christopher's set up. It's got the Van Gogh Banshee too, lovely tent this, like. Loads of space in there to get a backpack. And what I like about this is you've got two doors, one on either side. This side's got the porch. The other side, well, it's got a door, but it hasn't got a porch. So if you pitch your tent and the views is on the wrong side, you can always shut one flap and open the other one. And what I mentioned before is you can have these with an inner, take the inner out and just have it as an outer fly, save on weight. Got these, I don't know what they're called, that give you support, you know, like a storm. If there's a storm and the wind gets up and the tent's flapping around too much, you can basically tighten them straps up and gives it a bit more support. But not a bad little spot, I suppose. The only gripe is we're about 10 metres from the path. Hardly seen anybody, like, but beggars can't be choosers, because, you know, I've looked everywhere else and it's too boggy, it's too marshy. But we picked this place because it says Castle Woods and there's an old castle not far from here. And I knew it was lowland, you know, near the salt marsh, but you know, you can always find a little bit of high ground, and this is it, but it just happens to be in the wrong place for me, like.
Should I put my pan on? Oh, I need to get some water.
So what we'll do is we'll tip it into the mess tin, and then you just put enough water to cover it.
You got your scissors on it?
Yeah. This is where it's at, eh? And what we're having then?
Spaghetti rehydrated spaghetti bolognese.
Soon to be rehydrated spaghetti bolognese. Cooked on that lovely stove Barlow gave you.
I think there might be a little bit too much water.
You alright? It'll evaporate. So it is, them hexamine tablets burn really good.
Yeah.
Better than them buddy burners.
Definitely. It just comes up the edges, it's so hot.
It's it's too vigorous, isn't it? What we maybe should have done, I was just thinking maybe snap the tablets in half, but it would have still burnt at the same rate. It needs to burn for a while to rehydrate.
It wouldn't, anyway, because if you have a whole block, then it cooks like it is now. But if you snap it in half, it's gonna have less, half the power as it is now. Oh, thank you, Baloo.
Baloo the bear.
Oh, that is hot. It's just bubbling away, unlike yours.
You can't beat homemade dehydrated spaghetti bolognese.
Why is mine bubbling but yours isn't?
Because the buddy burner isn't as efficient, but isn't as good. It's more slower burning, whereas yours, they're better designed. You know what I mean? That's what the army use.
The army use?
Yeah. See, yours is burning ferociously and it's gone out, so you had to put a half of a one on. Mine was slow to get going. The buddy burner, look at it, it's really getting into its own now.
Oh yeah, that water's calming down.
It's not calming down, it's just cooling down.
You can see it.
Try it, taste it, what do you think?
It's too hot at the minute.
Right. Well, once it's soft, that means it's done. It just needs to rehydrate, that's all. Is it not crunchy?
Nah, it's not crunchy. I haven't tried any of the meat yet.
Mine hasn't even started coming to the boil yet.
Mix it.
This is where it's at, isn't it, Christopher? Look. This is why we come wild camping. Get out and do some wild camping, you know it makes sense. In Scotland, where it's, you won't get wrong. That's why I like Scotland, because you can just camp where you want. Well, not literally camp where you want, there is limitations.
Obviously not. You can't camp in a tree. You can't camp in people's back gardens.
Yeah.
You can't camp on people's heads.
There is certain restrictions, and it must be stressed that you must check if there are any restrictions before you go camping.
Oh, Dad. Obviously you can't camp on people's heads.
And you can't camp in the water either.
No, obviously not.
And you can't camp on the beach because the tide might come in.
Obviously. Oh, yours is starting to pick up.
Is it? Oh. Shall I show what you've done then? Are they slip knots, are they?
Just these?
And you stick a stick in?
Yeah.
So it's a... Well,
Can you pass me that stick on the floor, please? Thanks.
Making a rope ladder, eh? You're clever, you are. I will let them see you on then.
Oh! Think now it's worth it?
Yeah, yeah, because you're learning stuff. I like to see, as long as you're not cutting it up, Christopher, I don't mind you making, you know, tying knots and things.
You put on a video of, I don't know what his name was, but he made a little ladder, so I thought I would copy it.
Was that Corporal's Corner, was it?
Yeah.
He's clever, him. Oh, you like watching him, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to go and drink my cup of coffee. Another quick look at the setups.
Yeah.
See you later, alligator.
In a wild crocodile.
Yeah, again, that's my setup. We've had some food. Spaghetti bolognese. Christopher's got his hot chocolate. He's got it covered though because the leaves keep falling in it. A bit messy, but we'll sort that out. Just a little simple cooking setup there. The hexamine stove. We've been burning like sticks as well, like. But not a bad little place to camp. You got to say morning, campers.
Morning, campers.
Well, it's a nice morning. Very wet morning. Woken up to the pounding rain. Although it's stopped now, like, so we've just had my breakfast. What we had for our breakfast, Christopher?
I've had porridge and pot noodle. You've had a mugshot.
I had chicken chow mein and a number 24. No, I had a Chinese house special. And I had a mugshot. So we just kept it simple, didn't we, with the cooking on them little hex burner things. Hexamine burner that Barlow give you.
Actually quite good.
Yeah, aren't they? And this here, it fits a Crusader cup. That's what it's designed for. The Crusader cup sits in there and it's like a bit of a windshield. It just heats up a lot quicker. It's a little bit of a mess this morning, but we leave no trace, don't we? Because we're proper wild campers. Right, quick look around and we'll get pulled away. Everything's a bit of a tip this morning. So it's good night from me and it's good night from him.
You mean good morning?
Say that again?
You mean good morning?
Yeah, good morning. We're like the two Ronnies, aren't we? Zig and Zag, Toot and Ploot.
The two old men of the Muppets.
No, that's not Zig and Zag, that's Toot and Ploot, man. They're the blue aliens with the Butlins advert. They're too young to, you can't remember, can you? That was before you were born, that. Well, you're just a twinkle in your father's eye. How when Prince Harry will get everything put away. Right, goodbye, we'll see you on the next one. Don't pull a funny face. Get out and do a bit of wild camping. You know it makes sense.